It's 2003, okay? Dido's in the charts, Robbie Williams. It's an exciting time. Tourism, inexplicably, is on the increase to Baghdad. Strange Kevlar-suited wearing tourists on the border posts. Reason for visit? Regime change. Oh, occupation? Oh, I expect so. I was on the sofa, as usual, in a catatonic state of despair about the world, with my head in a bucket, eating a packet of Rebels. Yum, 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 yum. In fact, in my life, I've often felt like a Malteser in a bag of Rebels. The orange cream and the toffee are talking about me behind my back. What's he doing? He's got his own bag. What is he, moonlighting, slumming it? Anyway, former President Blair is on the TV, and he's been quizzed about the war, and somebody says to him, is it not all about oil? Oil, 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 oil. And they do a little oil dance. No, they didn't do that. They just said, oil. And he said, that's just a conspiracy theory. A conspiracy theory. A conspiracy. And immediately, it was like a lightning bolt to the bucket. Ding! It pinged off my head. The rebels scattered all over the floor. The dogs are like, wow, it's Christmas. Because brilliantly, he diffused that whole thing and introduced this element of doubt. Because when you say conspiracy theory, you know, you conjure up images of semi-feral hermits creeping around a fire like that, discussing conspiracy theories. We love to do that. There's nothing better than discussing conspiracy theories around a fire. And when I say a fire, I mean a real fire, a crackly fire, not a 2-bar electric fire, because that's distracting, isn't it? Oh, the Titanic, an insurance job, you say. I can't concentrate because my shins are melting. Guys, and they sit around, they go like, okay, so gravity is a CIA plot to keep us on Earth. No way! Yes way. Countries are a little bit closer than they tell you. What? Yes, they're all in on it. Mapmakers, airlines. When they take off, they fly around a little bit longer, make you think you've gone further. You could walk to Moscow in half an hour. No way. Yes way. There's cameras in ham. No way. Yes, tiny little microscopic cameras. They press them into the ham. Corporate surveillance. They've been doing it for years. They're called hammers. No. We were visited in the 16th century by spaceships disguised as Tudor coaching ends. What? Diana, she was bumped off. Yeah, well, we know that. We know that. That's old news. We knew that was Mossad, wasn't it? With the whisper copters, the stealth helicopters, and the telescopic robot arms that reached around the Mercedes, tickled Henri Paul, tickled him, tickled him, tickled him. But who paid for it? I'll tell you who paid for it. A shadowy cabal of British mug manufacturers. No way. Oh, yeah. So this is this odd thing that happened to me, right? I was asked to do a gig. Now, that in itself is not that weird. I get asked to do a lot of gigs. Sometimes the gigs work out, sometimes they don't. This one gig, I was asked to present the awards at the Empire Film Awards, right? And I thought, wrongly as it turned out, that they'd be up for a bit of Scientology material. No. No bill. All I said was, how many Scientologists does it take to change a light bulb? 2. One to change it, and one to tell Tom they cost £6,000 each. The gullible midget. Now, I was just hoping for a ripple like that, a little ripple. Nothing. Silence. Just tumbleweed. The sound of a church bell in the distance. A cat going through a bin 2 streets away. And coming across an intact chicken Kiev. They're horrible things, aren't they? The culinary equivalent of a spitting cobra. My eyes! Imagine what Kiev must be like. Millions of cats stumbling around. Nursery rhymes are very different. 3 blind cats, 3 blind cats. Their greed has robbed them of their sight. They stumble around in the middle of the night. Their milky eyes are a terrible sight. The 3 blind cats. But also, film people are very touchy about their films. They don't like you messing with them. And all I did was I took a film that was featured and I changed the music. I put some of my own music on it, some 70s sitcom caper music. And it didn't go down well. It was a clip from...
A generic action movie.
Right, you probably know the clip. Here's the clip, and here's the music that I was using. Right, there we go. This used to be my doorbell. But you end up with a garden full of Ewoks. Press it again, press it again, press it again. It's quite scary though, it's a very scary thing. It goes into the Belarus national anthem. Sounds to me more like a sort of 1980s East German theme to a soap opera called Das ist verboten. Mummy, can I go outside and play in the park? Of course, the state provides us with excellent leisure facilities. Can I meet with my friends of up to 8 persons? No, meetings in public of up to 8 persons is forbidden. What do you mean, Mummy? Das ist verboten. And now the popular quiz, the sniper's right. Whenever I hear that theme, I'm very scared. I have to go to the bunker of dreams and reimagine it in a more friendly way, in the jazz scat phase. It's a lot friendlier. That might be the friendly way of dealing with news headlines, you know, instead of the sort of portentous news. News, terrible things are happening. More like this. Wow! Here comes a missile. Whoa! Here comes bird flu. You know, they should change the emphasis and put the whimsical stuff at the beginning. Main story tonight, a 7-year-old boy ran a stick along some railings. The clanging noise made him smile. And finally tonight, a suicide bomber had a lucky escape when his device failed to detonate. Apparently, he shouted, "Death to the infidel," and when nothing happened, he began punching passers-by, shouting, "This will have to do." Looks like this suicide bomber's going to be around for some time to come. And here's Tracy with the murders. Well, there'll be some light murdering over high ground.